here at the Rock Boxing Gym, catching up with undefeated middleweight boxer Jason the Animal Quigley. Jason, congratulations on headlining your first card here in the U.S. against Glen Tapia at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California. How do you feel?
I'm excited. Definitely, this is a great opportunity for me. It's a great step in my career at this time. Everything's starting to fall into place nicely for me. I've worked my way to this position, I've worked my way to this level, and now I'm ready to go out there on March 23rd and grab it with both hands.
Were you keeping an eye on Glen Tapia's career before this opportunity, even though he's coming off 2 losses in a row? How do you feel the fight will turn out?
To be honest, I know Glen Tapia as we both fought on the same undercard.
Yes.
And Canelo Can undercard.
Right, when he lost to David Lemieux. Yes.
So I know Glen Tapia, we've talked and everything like that before, and
right.
We know each other. Of course we do. We're in the same weight division.
Yes.
Everything like that. So for me, it was exciting whenever I heard the news that I was fighting Glen Tapia, because he has a name. He's out there. People know him. He's fought some big names himself.
Yes.
So this is a great opportunity for me now to go out there and prove myself and to prove my worth, not to everybody else, but to myself also. And what a better stage to do it on. Golden Boy Promotions, first show with a collaboration with ESPN. It's absolutely amazing. I'm excited, and I'm really, really looking forward to this.
Have you and Glen Tapia ever trained in the same gym? I know he trains here in the LA area. He was, for his last fight, he was training with Freddie Roach. Do you know if he'll be training with Freddie Roach still?
I don't know, and to be honest, I don't care. I let Glen Tapia go and get prepared and be prepared to bring the best Glen Tapia he possibly can, because I'm going to bring the best Jason Quigley that I can bring, and it's going to be one hell of a fight, because every time I get in through them ropes, doesn't matter if it's Glen Tapia, if it's De La Rosa, Jorge Melendez, all my last opponents, whatever it is, I get in there and all I look across the ropes from me is somebody there that's to take something away from me that I've worked so hard for.
Which is your
exactly
your undefeated record, your goals. Yes.
Exactly, of becoming a world champion. And every fight I get into is a world title fight for me, because that fight gets me one step closer to that belt. And that's exactly the way that I look at every fight, and I train every fight. I don't start camp, I don't finish camp. I'm always training, I'm always in shape, and I'm always ready, because I mean business. I'm here on a mission, and I plan on taking that mission to the next level and completing it.
12-0 with 10 KOs. Your record speaks for itself. Fighting on the Bernard Hopkins undercard in your last fight, beating Jorge Melendez in the first round. Why was that fight so easy for you?
To be honest, I expected a really tough fight with Jorge Melendez. He's a good fighter. He had 28 victories with 30 victories with 28 knockouts.
Yes.
So he was bringing a lot of power up, a lot of knockout percentage to the table. And for me, I didn't let it worry me. I didn't get it into my head. I did what I always do, and I bring the best Jason Quigley to the table, because I know when I bring the best Jason Quigley inside them ropes, there's going to be no man that steps into the ring across from me is going to have an easy night, because I'm going to give them hell, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here on a mission, I'm here on a journey, and that's to become world champion. And as I says, every man that steps into the ring with me is there to take something away from me, and I'm not going to let nobody do that easy.
The Rock Boxing Gym has become like the headquarters for Irish boxers recently. How does it feel to be surrounded by all your Irish buddies, mates, Michael Conlon, Paddy Barnes? Recently they were just
here in the gym.
Tyson McKenna was having a sparring session with your Golden Boy Promotions partner Carlos Morales.
This is where it all happens. Do you know what I mean? This gym is where hungry fighters are. And if you want to be the best, and if you want to reach that top level, this is where you come. And this is where the Irish lads have seen that that's coming from. They see the likes of Oscar, Jesse, myself, all the fighters in here, they see how hard we work. They see the sacrifices that we put in. And they know at the end of the day, we're all family in here. We all work, we all stick together, and we all drive each other on. And that's what it's all about. It's all about pushing each other to that next level. And it doesn't matter if somebody goes and one's here or one's there, or whatever. We're all in this together, and we're a family, and we want everybody to do well. And that's what it's all about. You know, working hard together, pushing each other on, and that's what makes champions.
About a couple of months ago, I asked Matthew Macklin how he brought Michael Conlon over to this gym, and he said it was you that introduced him to Manny Robles while you were doing some sparring when he was getting ready to fight Brian Rose for his last fight. Yeah. Is that how you guys became friends?
Of course, me and Matthew were friends from long ago, you know, because boxing brought us together, Irish, everything like that, you know. So Matthew's he's a great sportsman, and he's a great person also outside the ring. You know, he came here to do some sparring with me for his last fight. I was grateful for the work, and he was grateful for the work, so it worked really.
So you guys connected. Yes, you guys worked
really worked well together. We put in some tough rounds together. It was a great experience for me and for him, you know. And he's seen the setup here. He's seen the way we work. He's seen the hunger. He's seen the drive, and he's seen that it's not all about show and everything, you know, the social media stuff. And of course, that's part of boxing nowadays. That's part of this business now.
Right.
You know, you have to do social media and you have to do this and that. But at the end of the day, he's seen that that isn't the number one priority here. He's seen that, you know, we're all here, we're in here to work hard. And that's why that whenever he started managing Michael, that he thought this was a good place. He's seen Manny, of course, also. He's a great trainer, and says, you know, Manny could take Michael places. And, you know, I think that Manny and Michael will work well and work great as a team together.
Your fight will be pretty much a week after Michael's debut in New York. So do you think Michael will be here in California watching your fight at India once your fight is going on?
I hope he will, you know what I mean. We both understand each other's situations. We're both busy, we're both in this together, we're both a team, and we're both helping each other along the journey.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, Michael gets into the ring by himself, I get into the ring by myself. You know, so we have to do what makes sense and what is right for us. So whatever Michael has planned after his fight, whenever he gets that victory, you know, whether he's going to go home see his family or whether he's going to stay here and might have a fight on the bounce again, it's hard to know. But if he's here, without a doubt, Michael will be at my fight. If not, you know, we totally understand. The reason he can't be there is because he's working on getting himself to the top level.
Thursday, March 23rd, at Fantasy Springs Casino, Indio, California, 12-0 with 10 KOs. Will you be looking for the knockout, Jason?
I get into that ring, and it would be a lie if I tell you I'm not looking for the knockout, because every fighter that gets inside them ropes wants to get that knockout, wants to put that guy asleep. You know,
take care of business and go home unharmed.
It's like the gladiators in the Coliseum. We want.
You like the excitement. Yes. You like the.
We want the crowd. We want them roaring. We want them chanting our name, and we want to put on a show for them. I want to put on a show for them, and that's exactly what I plan to do. But I'm not going in there looking to knock them out right away. I'm getting in there. Me and my coach have a game plan, and we'll have a game plan once we step inside them ropes. If the knockout comes, it comes. If I see him hurt, if I see him wobbled, I will take him out of there. There's no second chances in this game. And, you know, this is boxing. One shot can change everything. You get the opportunity to take a guy out, you take him out. And that's what I plan on doing. But first, I plan on getting in there, putting in a clinical, sensational performance. And if the knockout comes, it comes.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jason the Animal Quigley, 12-0 against Glen Tapia. Expected to put on a great show for all of you fans out there. A lot of your Irish fans will be probably tuning in.
Exactly.
And I'm sure they'll be in attendance as well in India.
Well,
thank you, Jason.
Thank you.